Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger here. Another profile for you. I wanted to go over Satellarknight. So, I feel like this deck is fairly strong. I will be realistic and say, it's not one of the top 5 decks of the format or anything, but it certainly got better. I feel like people should be aware of this deck, but, I guess we'll see if it begins to top a little more because of the new exceed that the deck got. So let's just go into it. I'm going to show you the main deck first, extra deck right after. So you have 3 Deneb, you have 3 Vega, 3 Ukulele, 3 Altair, 1 Elsham, and 1 Protocon. So this looks fairly strange, but I can assure you it's actually for reason. You don't normally see these two being played. You don't normally see 3 Vega, but it's because I'm using Ties of the Brethren. So what that's going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to basically, I don't want to call it your win condition, but it is the bread and butter of your deck, Deneb. So if you don't open it, or if you don't open Ukulele and a Call of the Haunted or Oasis, at least you can open up something else and then play Ties of the Brethren. So the reason you need these is, you need more names, and basically summoning Vega off Ties of the Brethren doesn't really do anything. You definitely don't want to summon Elter off of there. Again, that just doesn't make any sense either. So you just need other names. So 1,000 damage, that can definitely be very critical, especially after your opponent plays a few Solemns or whatever. That's just draw power. I will admit, this card really isn't good at all. At least that with the 1,000 damage, you can do that a couple of times in a game, and it could potentially win you the game. But this is mainly because they don't really have any other support to mess around with. So, unfortunate, but what can you do? So, those are the monsters. Onto the spells. You have 2 Ties of the Brethren, 2 Twin Twisters, 1 Upstart, 1 Skybridge, 1 Rhoda, 1 Instant Fusion. So I went with the ratio of 2 Brethren, 1 Skybridge because, for one, the life point payment of Ties of the Brethren, it can be pretty hefty because you are using Warning and 3 Strike. And also at the same time, maybe you just want to summon one dude, summon whatever, and then put it back in to get the neb. Or there's times where you can have this set and you can play it when your opponent does someone their turn. So I just like that interaction there. Believe it or not, there's actually no rank 4s in the game that allow you to gain life points, or else like I would consider using that. Again, you're just using a lot of life. I mean, that's a ton with the solemn package. So, yeah, there's the reasoning for that. Onto the traps, you have 3 alpha, you have 3 strike, 3 call, 3 fiendish chain, 2 oasis, 1 floodgate trap hole, 1 bottomless, 1 warning, 1 emptiness. So nothing too crazy there. You can definitely bump up oasis to 3 if you want, but honestly, once you do see an Oasis or a Call, you should be using that card over if you're using the deck correctly. So, um, I don't know. I mean, that's up to you, definitely. What else do I want to go over? Floodgate. I just absolutely love Rafflesia, so I'm definitely going to be using that with the bottomless. Fiendish Chain. I'm not entirely sure if that's better than Fogblade. If you guys want to switch that, by all means, that's good, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me behind the times on what card is actually better. So on to the extra deck. This isn't totally set in stone, so you guys can definitely toy around with this if you want. But you have 2 Trevor, you have 2 Castell, you have 1 Bully Timus. That's a new guy. You have 1 Emerald, you have 1 Palladian Nemo, 1 Direwolf, 1 Tsukiyomi, 1 Gagaga Samurai, 1 Rhapsody, 1 Giant Hand, 1 Norden, 1 Rafflesia, and 1 Abyss Dweller. So, a few things that I was considering because this card is just far too good. This is a new guy. You need 2 materials, two Tellarknight materials to go into this, and then you can discard a card to rank up essentially in one of your big guys, so Traver. So that's just pretty cool that you can just do two monsters to go into this and then pitch whatever to go in the trigger. So that's just a nice little bridge gap there. Um, I am considering using two. If I were, I would probably cut a Castell, maybe, or maybe Giant Hand. I'm not entirely sure how much that's needed. The thing with like rank 4 is it feels like a lot of them, like, you don't really want to summon turn 1, or it's like the rank 4 that you're summoning, like, you better do something with it. So I just feel like that's just a nice fallback option. And since you use so many back row cards, I just feel like that's pretty key. Some other things, I'm not using Deltros currently. If you guys want to use that, or if I decide to use it, again, like, I would maybe cut Giant Hand, or I would maybe cut a Castell. I'm not entirely sure. Where is he? If Daigusto Emerald is absolutely needed or not, because, like, I may hit that point to where, like, I should just be winning the game already, so I shouldn't have to put guys back in, so that could potentially get cut. But yeah, I feel like everything else is fairly standard. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of my list, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.